Tomando chelas, chingando tacos, having some fun. Chicano shuffle.
We did this already.
All kinds of masa. Fernie's all nervous. Give him a beer or two. Chicano shuffle. Este es an asshole. Just lost some fans. Oh well, tough shit. Tough shit. Chicano shuffle. Ramon's el guapo. He tells good stories. Let's interrupt. We will. Chicano shuffle. We love our fan. We hope you like this. If not, oh well.
Oh well.
Perfect.
Did we record that?
Yeah, we did.
Oh shit! Órale. Yeah, I guess it stays. I thought it was a practice run, but you know what? That's how we fucking do it, eh?
What episode is this?
Sepa la chingada. We're in the 50s. I know that. But welcome back to another episode of Chicano Shuffle. This is Ramon.
Stevs.
This is Fernando.
What are we doing? The NPR voices or what?
Stevs.
Well, ya que
Ya viene jálame el Winnie.
es que no tengo bass. I might as well talk like
You
this.
gotta get that voice going, bro. ¿Qué te vas a vestir para jálame el Winnie, güey?
What were the Mija and I talking about? We were going to do
¿Todavía vas a pedir dulces o qué?
No. For actually,
Pendejo.
for
Yo
actually,
sí.
See, he goes to the nice neighborhoods.
no. For
Donde
actually,
dan el king size.
Donde no dan manzanas.
there's a new fun size packet that they're giving. It's like the mini salads, the dough mini salads.
Really?
Oh, qué culeros.
Well, too bad you're on a strict diet, güey.
You should go out to that.
How's
retreat.
the diet going, güey?
Explícalos a ver.
Ahí por ahí me dijo un pajarito en el Instagram que you were showing us some tacos. What the fuck, güey? I thought you were on a diet, güey.
So,
This isn't a joke, güey.
okay.
Y eso que. All right, let him tell it.
So, yeah, last Thursday, October 4th is, apparently it was National Taco Day.
Oh, shit.
I had no idea.
Well, what kind of tacos? Like,
Oh, eran tacos de pinche.
I had no idea.
No, I had no idea because I started hearing everybody talking about like, oh, today's National Taco Day. And I started seeing on Instagram, like, what the fuck? What's going on?
oh,
I'm
really?
like,
You felt left out?
Yeah, I'm like, ¿qué pedos?
What's this about?
¿Qué pedos está pasando aquí? A ver, vamos a ver. Let me find out.
Yeah. We should create an app that tells you where the nearest loncheras at.
It's called Yelp, no?
Just in case. No, they don't have the loncheras, do they? Like the
map?
legit loncheras?
Yeah.
Las que van a las bodegas?
Oh, those.
Yeah.
Oh, the paisa. The
Well,
paisa.
just in case, like you find out it's National Taco Day last minute, you hit up that app and you see where the loncheras are.
The weed maps of loncheras. Order ahead.
So I was hearing now in the morning, and even some coworkers brought it up. I'm like, holy shit! So, I don't need a fucking National Taco Day. I don't need a Tuesday. I mean, cuando se me pinche hincha la tripa, güey, I'm getting tacos, dude.
Yeah.
That's my thing, man. That's my go-to. I mean, the 9 fans out there that listen to this show know that this podcast is fueled by tacos and chelas.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Sometimes, well, yeah. Lately, I haven't been drinking chelas.
1/3 of it.
Yeah,
One third of it is tacos. 1/3 of it is chelas.
and 1/3 is what?
Es fucking un galón de agua.
El galón de agua.
Bring a gallon of water. I'm such a grandpa, güey. Boo.
No.
Ya con el
No
agua.
tengo el botón.
Se quebró esa madre, ¿no?
Oh shit, este güey.
Pinche
Sound like a
Ramón,
fucking
so
earthquake.
aggressive, bro.
Earthquake.
Pinche Ramón, esa fuerza brutal.
Yeah, güey, quítate, estúpido.
No, that's a screaming.
Nah, pues ya, el
Oh,
joke is
güey.
done.
Ya
güey.
pasó.
I don't remember what the joke was, güey.
He was making fun of my water.
Is that all right? I guess it is what it is.
Yeah, so
That sucks, güey.
look,
yeah.
if anything,
You don't get credit for being healthy anymore.
If-
You know, it took me years to fucking stop being I thought I was a fat ass. It took me years to finally get a hold of it. And now that I'm a little healthier, now it's like the boo.
That's because the rest of us here somos gorditos, güey.
No. But it's
for
like,
yourself, I say.
it's like a thing in the internet where that body positivity, I think that's what they call it.
Body cabrón.
All right.
Yeah, so now apparently like if you're in shape and you're fit, like you're like, it's like whatever's.
I am.
So it took me a long ass time to get a hold of my health, and now I'm like the whatever's.
Okay. It's like you know what it is? It's like for the nerds. Remember, like in our age, all the smart ones, you know, and everything. You called them nerds, and it was like, you know, putting them down. It was like, you know, hey, shut the fuck up, you fucking nerd. And they're like, oh, you know.
Yeah.
Now fucking nerds.
Now they fucking they run
boss.
Silicon Valley.
Now they're the boss, dude.
Now they're the fucking boss.
And it's like,
A huevo?
oh yeah. So it flipped.
But there's a whole movement. You haven't seen it on Instagram?
No.
There are these girls that are like, they're hitting 400 way, 350, 400, and they're wearing a 2-piece, and it's like body positivity way.
Well, good for them. I mean, you know, it's time. I mean, more power to them because I don't wear any shorts that go above my knee way.
There was one model that came out on the cover of Cosmo way that everybody was like talking about a few weeks back. Because usually the Cosmo for chicks, usually they have like really skinny girls or whatever. Y esta que estaba on the cover was pushing like, she looks like she's pushing like 350, close to 400 pounds. And she was on a 2-piece and everybody was upset. I get both sides way. I guess both sides because, I mean, that's kind of a touchy subject way.
Tushy, cabrón.
Yeah, no.
You know, everything is I think we're in a time and age where everything's kind of you gotta deal with it delicately.
Because I don't know if that's really like I get body positivity if you have a big nose, something that you're born with. I get. But that I don't think that really falls under that.
Well, there's a lot of things though. Like una sí puede que coman mucho, okay, they're not eating healthy.
Pero el pedo que dice este güey con la revista, like the fucking chick in the revista, the pedo with that is even when they used to put the flaquita on the revista,
they're unhealthy.
No, it wasn't even. My point is, she era flaquita to begin with, right? And then they Photoshop her más flaquita, güey.
Yeah.
And okay, let's thin up her waist on Photoshop. So now she looks like she has caderas when she's too flaquita to even have like nice caderas or something, you know?
Yeah.
So on top of that, they still have to Photoshop her way to get a natural way. It just looks fucking.
Yeah, but the thing
how do you compete with that way?
I don't know, dude. It's like one thing that Mija was telling me the other day. She was telling me that I think what's it? Yeah, what was it, Mija? She was telling me that the all of a sudden big butts are in. You know,
all of a sudden.
Well, no. I mean,
I've always been into big butts.
Don't get me wrong. I mean, I'm a.
All of a sudden.
Stay away.
I belong to the Church of Sir Mix-a-Lot way.
Yeah, even my rap songs in my day fucking talk about.
I'm part of the Sir Mix-a-Lot congregation.
Baby got back?
Yeah.
How old was that?
Yeah, fuck, dude, that was in the 90s, man.
Yeah, it's always been around.
93, I think? No, not even that. 91, 92.
That's always been a thing, man.
You know, I like big butts and I cannot lie. Por eso no soy mentiroso, güey.
Yeah.
But all of a sudden he's a fucking.
No. But
so
apparently
she got it on Reddit that they're in.
No, apparently I don't know if it was Reddit, but we talked about it and I didn't follow through. But she was telling me that like it's antes it was the skinny models. Right now, I guess with the models,
I've never been. It depends on the person.
Yeah.
I've never been into skinny.
No,
I like the old school.
Now they're getting models that fill up. You know, they got junk in the trunk. You know?
Yeah.
It's like that must be jelly because jam don't shake that type of deal.
Yeah, because now you got all the what are they like implants or injections or whatever.
Yeah, and I wasn't even.
But remember Betty Page?
Yeah,
like that. That's what I've always been into.
I've always
been. I feel like that's what everybody's saying that it's going. Yeah. Back to, no?
Yeah,
that thick hourglass kind of shape.
Yeah, it's going back to that. The thick girls.
Pobrecita las que no.
No, you mean normal girls?
Yeah. Okay. Well, no, yeah, because
but what's normal? Like, really, what's normal?
I don't know.
What's normal now?
Well, it depends what country you're in.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is like when you have something unrealistic, way ponle pinche like a Barbie wall that everybody go, no one looks like fucking Barbie.
Yeah.
And then you have the fucking women that have plastic surgery to look like Barbie.
Yeah.
That's the only way you're getting to fucking Barbie, way.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So that's not natural.
Yeah, no, see, we estaban los G.I. Joes también, güey. They were fucking ripped, güey.
Dude.
Like I always thought que they were ripped para que no te se resbalaban when you were fighting with each other.
For grip?
Yeah, for grip.
Hasta like the fucking the fat characters had six packs.
Yeah, los G.I. Joes se agüitaban, güey. Just G.I. Joe's culeros.
Then remember the WrestleMania fucking character?
Oh, yeah.
Todos estaban ripped.
They were all roided out.
Yeah, fuck.
They all look like The Rock.
Yeah. That's
Pinche
the thing.
mamado, güey.
But sea lo que sea, like a lot of things are. There's a lot of changes, and I guess society, community, lo que sea. Some of them are for good, some of them for bad. I think I'm catching myself in the sense of like, I think I'm at the age donde ciertas cosas ya me molestan.
Like what, way?
Okay, so there's this whole thing, the Latinx. Have you heard about the Latinx?
Yeah, I've been meaning to bring it up for a year.
I'll bring it up, way. I don't.
Okay.
I've heard about it, but I don't.
So the Latinx, the Latinx, it's a non-biased gender or like gender neutral. Sorry.
Gender neutral.
Not even classification.
It's just it makes Latino into a gender neutral fucking word.
Society or community.
Instead of Latino or Latina, you take out the O or the A.
Yeah,
put an
it's
X.
gender neutral and you put an X.
So Latinx.
Yeah. And I get it. In English, it sounds perfect. En español,
Latinx.
No, it fucks everything up.
yeah, Latinx. Latinx.
Latinx.
And then it could come into an albur.
Latinx.
Is it Latinx?
Soy Latinx.
How would it be?
I don't know. Well, I mean,
Latinx.
Well, because in some...
but then they would do what? Latinx?
I'm too Chicano, but I mean, some
Oh,
words
so
you
you'll
don't...
Spanglish it up?
No, I'm saying the X a veces...
Latinx.
Latinx?
That's a Latinx. Nah, way.
Semi-Latinx.
So it's to create what?
Oh, it's
Gender neutral.
Gender
Just-
neutral.
So you don't say Latino to a Latina or whatever.
Yeah, but the thing
like in
is-
general, you say Latino,
Yeah.
and then the Latinas. Well, where's the Latinas?
And it's not that it bugs me, but it's like, all right, why couldn't they just if they wanted to go gender neutral so that Spanish speaking and English speaking could say it, why don't they just add an E instead? You know, Latine or Latine.
Well, I think I read this article you're talking about.
Latine.
I think I saw that when you said
because that way, I mean, in Spanish, pueden decir Latine, or in English, you could say Latine or Latine.
It seems like when you look at the news and you read into all that shit, it seems like nobody's happy.
Well,
It seems like there's a lot of squeaky wheels out there.
but it's
Echa el aceite, güey.
Like,
Okay.
what, I don't understand that way. I don't.
I mean, it's.
I don't understand.
I never
I don't understand the need to be accepted by other people. Like I don't understand that. I feel like a lot of things that are your obligation are politicized. Like you want the answer outside of you. Like,
Give me an explanation.
like,
me confundí.
like, why would I care what you label me, way? Why would I care for your acceptance, way? That's my responsibility. For me to not let that affect me, way.
Yeah.
That's your duty, way.
But the thing is, like, maybe you and I, maybe even Fernando, we came up from a different generation. I don't even want to say that's what it is. We were raised differently. You know, we were raised en el sentido de que when you went into somebody's house, a todo el mundo saludabas.
Yeah.
Or somebody came to your house, you stop what you're doing y saludas a todo y cómo están y whatever. I don't know if I've seen that lately. You know?
I don't think that's... No, I don't,
That's not a priority anymore.
But the whole acceptance, like,
yeah.
what
but
is
that's
that,
the
way?
thing. It's like
What is that?
I think, you know what, it's a cultural thing, way. Everything's about being accepted. Look at what we talked about before. Like on Facebook, people get the endorphins from, 20 people like my thing. 25, 30 people like my thing. We're built, like the culture around us fucking has kind of like put it in us, way. You need to be accepted. You need to fit in. And of course, there's always the fucking people that are the outliers. They're like, me vale, güey, ¿pa qué?
And those are the happiest people out there.
Probably.
Not always. No, they're not always.
They're
güey.
all the happiest people out
probably.
there. Yeah.
No, not
I'm
always,
not
because there's a lot. We know that. I mean, we went through high school and everything.
Yeah.
You know that there's the people that are like, me vale verga.
No. But I'm talking about the people that actually do the work, way. Those are the happiest people that you're gonna meet. The people that I don't care what you label me. I don't care what you see in me. And you know what happened is I felt like as a Chicano male, it was. I felt like to work on myself was an obligation for me because I've been told my whole life, "Hey, you're a fucking guy. Like, what are you complaining about?" So what I felt growing up was that everything that I went through, I should man up and not worry because I have male privilege and I should deal with it. And what that does is that makes, I don't know if there's a lot of Chicano guys out there that feel the same way, but what that did to me was like, I need to shut the fuck up because I'm a male. So everything I went through, everything my dad put me through, everything society put me through, all the bullying, all that shit, I shouldn't complain because I'm a man.
Yeah.
But I'm a Chicano man. I'm a fucking minority. So that pushed me to work on myself and not find acceptance outside of myself. Yeah. And that's the journey that I took.
And yeah, and it goes to show because yeah, we've had talks where donde, yeah, you're ¿Cómo te diría? What's the word that I'm trying to do? You're no, that's not the word I want to use. I want to say passionate, but
por eso le gusta la raza al radio, güey.
I was gonna say passionate, but I had to change it up. No, you're passion. Yeah, fuck passion. No, you're very in tune to what you are, who you are.
Yeah.
And we've even talked about it. Like you could give two shits of whatever, but then you still have people like reaching out to you, or whatever. Lo que sea.
Yeah, we talked about it. It's probably an inside joke right now, but
no, it's not even an inside joke. It's just in general. Across. Like it's that el que le vale madre or whatever, like fuck it, is the one that always is gonna get that not attention, but people following them. I don't know why, pero el que siempre está atento, or la persona, guy or girl, like, hey, what can I do for you? Or how can I change it better, or whatever? When you're really interested to try to make easier for other people, te tratan pa la chingada, güey.
But that's not only with friends. That's like in the dating
general,
world.
And in general,
that's in the dating world.
But I think it goes to what like what Esteban was saying. So you see someone like that que pues le vale verga, and it seems like he's happy que le vale verga, and you kind of want that. You don't realize you want that, but you probably want that. You know what I'm saying? So it attracts you because you're like, how do I get to where he's at, where I'm content, valiéndome madre?
Yeah. Pero sabes qué, güey? We all are different people, and depending on who's around us, like, I don't care what person is in front of me. The person that I worry about and I want to help and talk to is the person that person is when there's nobody around, because that's the true person. You put a layer in front when you're with your friends. You put a different layer with your family. You pretend when you're here. You pretend when you're there. But the person that you are, if with all this shit about being accepted, or if all this shit about somebody being happy, if there's nobody around and you're the person that you really are and you're truly happy, whether it be weight, whether it be okay, accept me for how big I am. If there's nobody around and you're the person that you really are and you're really happy, then more power to you. But if you pretend in public that you're happy, and when there's nobody around, which that's the true person that you are, and you're miserable, then you can't be in denial, way. Like, you have to take responsibility, because that's the person that you truly are.
It's true what he's saying, because people even they've done research where people even have different voices for depending, like, for their friends. You have like your one tonito de voice. Your fucking family, you have like el otro tonito de voice. When you talk to your mom, you have significant other, tienes otro tonito de voice. And I guess when you're by yourself, you don't have a tono de voice. But like he's saying, there's nothing around, you just yourself. As you're depressed, you're happy, whatever it is there, that is the real.
That's who you are. So if you're whatever way, if you feel if you're transgender, whatever you are, if you're truly happy when there's nobody around, then more power to you. You
know what? Funny that you bring that up, because I love my Lyft adventures.
Yeah, those are cool. Because you interact with people.
And I was talking to one of my Lyft drivers, and he was telling me, and it's a coincidental, but right now that you bring that up, because it did happen. Yeah. Right. We were talking. I was explaining to the show, because he thought like, hey, is that DJ equipment? Like, no, it's for a podcast. So
did you pretend you had to get something from the box?
No. When he saw me rolling it, when he picked me up, he saw me rolling it. He's like, is that a DJ? I'm like, no, it's
DJ Park Shop.
I know, right?
Days.
Are you going to Florentine Gardens? You going to rodeo?
Weekends were made.
Hey, wait a minute. Well, we're going towards Montebello. Oh, Baby Dolls is back. No, so I started telling him that, and he was Salvadorian.
Yeah.
And I was telling him, yeah, somos tres Chicanos, grabamos, somos amigos ya de 15, casi 18 años, que bla, 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 que la chingada, oh, sí, ¿de qué hablan? I'm like, well, hablamos un poquito de todo, pero más bien son pendejadas, right? So I started explaining to him on situations that, we talked about serious shit, and then he brings up like, hey, have you brought up about, this whole transgender thing? I'm like, I think we've mentioned it here and there, but he's like, yeah, ahorita it's like, es un movimiento muy grande. And he starts telling me, and this is true, he starts telling me that his cousin, the girl that he was dating, la amiga, started giving him shit because he said that he would never, he wouldn't date a transgender.
Okay, we talked about this.
Yeah,
before.
that's the funny shit.
Yeah, we talked about it off air, and I was like, I don't know if I want to mention this, but yeah, we can talk about it.
So the thing is, I'm like, and the thing is, he was getting all of a sudden, I guess.
No, es que le pasó a kid that I know, güey, a 17-year-old. Está cabrón, güey.
Yeah,
like,
a little more personal.
Like, just because he said I wouldn't date a transgender, they started calling him a transphobic. Like, and I was like, fuck, güey, that's not cool.
And it's
güey.
like, and I explained to him the situation. I'm like, same thing happened, So I told him the story. He's like, yeah, they were like, and she was coming at me. I'm like, hey, I'm sorry. I'm like, and the thing is, just because you're not attracted to a transgender doesn't make you a transphobe.
I don't think so.
No.
I don't think
because
it does.
Whether it's a male trapped in a female's body and she dresses all female or lo que sea.
As long as you're respectful.
Yeah. As long as you're respectful.
As long as you're not, fuck that.
No.
Like, then that's.
But then, okay, let's just say, okay, this person is a woman trapped in a man's body, right?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, she still has a male's body. I'm not attracted to a male's body,
So you think that that can get controversial.
It could.
Some people can have.
Ramon's getting us in trouble.
No.
Some people can get offended by that.
No,
but,
I know. But I'm not attracted, so why would that make me a transphobe?
To some people it will, and I don't think that's right, güey.
I think it is in context where you can't just también como lo dices. If you're just saying
you can't be a dick about it.
Yeah, if you're not being a dick, just being a dick. I'm just being honest. I also don't like this type of girl. Also don't like this, whatever. Or if the girl chews with their mouth open, se acabó. Like, if it's something like that, addicted. That's your preference. What are you gonna do? And
it's happened because también I've noticed it on the social media where like if a guy is not attracted to the girthy woman, she's got a little extra kilos on her, and then right away they start talking about hey, how the fuck blah 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 this, or if a guy is into gorditas or whatever, like the girthy girls, they're like, whoa, what the fuck, que la chingada. But I've never seen it, and it's not that I'm like trying to throw it around.
A ver, ¿qué es el comal?
I know, right? El comal. No, but también I've seen it. I've seen people, like guys call out girls cuando siempre dicen like, oh, a mí no me gustan chaparros.
Yeah, it's a double standard.
Yeah, and a mí no me gustan chaparros, and I'm like, oh, okay.
I say a lot of things besides chaparro, pero
no, yeah, no me, tiene el pie muy chiquito.
But see, that's the thing. That's the thing that I was talking about earlier about just being a Chicano male. Way the shit that we're expected to like be cool about it, but it really does affect us. Way like what affected me growing up was not being circumcised. Because I would hear girls be like, "Oh, that's fucking nasty."
You got an anteater?
Yeah, that's nasty. Or
Yeah, but right now you're chingong way because everybody's fucking all against it.
No, well, it's mutilation in my opinion.
That's what I'm saying. Right now, that's where people.
That was what I grew up with. I grew up with feeling self-conscious, about having sex, and what a lot of females that I talk to don't realize is that for us to get an erection, we have to think about this shit. We can't just fucking not think about it. If we're self-conscious about not being circumcised, that's going to affect the performance.
Yeah.
That's going to affect the interaction. So that's what I had to deal with, and I was told that you're a male, so you're cool. You don't have to worry about that shit.
And I guess it goes back the other way because I remember growing up, there was that whole stigma like, oh yeah, the girl, like, referring to the girl to the,
No te agüites, güey. It's a podcast.
I know.
Listening.
It's just like
Trying to clean it up, güey.
I'm not trying to clean it up. I'm just trying to use the right words because I don't want to come out like all vulgar. But yeah, growing up, the jokes que huele pescado.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Growing
up, I still hear those jokes.
Growing up.
But it's like that.
Esa la dicen las siete mares.
I mean, like campechana. No way.
Yeah.
But it's because they went through that too.
Well, there's definitely,
so it's like we went through this because I have the same issue as you. Yo también growing up, I had that stigma, like,
and it sucks, right?
It does,
it
but
does suck,
but it's not. It got to the point where like.
But I do disagree with the you have to think about it, way. Porque I know we've all had the fucking moment like, cálmate chingados.
No. But there's been, I don't
know. Maybe I don't know your stigma. Yeah.
No, luckily, and for me, it worked out like. At a young age, once I got the taste of it, me valía madre, güey.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I know this is what I gotta do and everything. Y si al rato, hey, I at least got to second base or fucking, una rimón de Tamagotchi or lo que sea.
Yeah, you know what? I'm not trying to take away from what women go through, but I'm just saying, like, we also have
we had our things.
The male point of view.
Yeah. For the male point of view, Simone, we went through that, and maybe no seas tan garrotudo como pinche
like the guys in the angles that you like in the pornos. Shit about those culeros.
In those fucking crazy angles.
If you guys are out there and feel all that weeds because that porno's 2 hours long and you're fucking pumping 2 minutes, those guys are on Viagra. I got the inside source.
Not only that, they
Ramon.
No, they do cut a lot or they do edit. Like,
they do, yeah.
Yeah, because
the shoot's a few days long.
Yeah, because
we don't edit here.
Yeah,
no.
If you check the hair, that's combed differently.
Because
they came in the next day, bastards.
Fucking, and one scene tiene las uñas pintadas azul and the next one están rojas.
I don't think they cut that much.
No.
se pone a mirar los pinches.
Los detalles, ¿verdad? No, but it's growing up, adolescence is a fucking very key point in everybody's life. It makes you or breaks you.
That structures the rest of your life.
Well, there's a guy named Bruce Lipton, and he's a scientist that studied fucking what?
I thought you were gonna say Bruce Lee, right?
Yeah, Enter the Dragon. No, Bruce Lipton. He's if you guys are interested in like the mind, like this is fucking. This isn't like bro science way. These are scientists talking. That guy Bruce Lipton says that your subconscious mind is active 95% of your day. So 95% of our day we're operating in the subconscious mind. So the conscious mind is only 5%. And he says that the subconscious mind is programmed from birth to the age of 7. So the adult that you are right now is the conditioning that you had from birth to the age of 7. And so that's what he says, that's how we're conditioned.
¿Cómo se llama este güey?
Bruce Lipton.
I don't know about the 7 way, but I gotta look into it.
Look into it,
because the 7, because come on, we all know, okay, in high school, a lot of your shit gets formed where, like, in your adolescence, junior high, high school is where a lot of things, even music. There's been studies that whatever you get locked into, like in junior high, like high school, early high school, that's what you're gonna be into. Eventually, you might get older and you start listening to jazz.
Yeah, you open up a little bit more.
But the stuff that's like deep in you from like music wise, you pick up then. It's not like the Spice Girls you're hearing when you're fucking 7.
No.
It's what you're hearing when you're 14, 15.
When you start
16.
choosing the music.
Yeah. But those are different things where you're talking about things that you're into. I'm talking about
subconsciously.
I'm talking about personality traits. I'm not talking about hobbies or
But that's I'm saying in high school, like you pick up a lot of like all the like the thing you're talking about, the fucking circumcision, not circumcision. You're not thinking about that when you're 7. But that shaped you now.
But the fact that it affected me, that's because of something I went through from birth to 7. So that's what it is. Where it's dissected.
But I'm saying it didn't affect you from birth to 7. It happened in birth to 7, but it didn't.
But the fact that I took offense to it is because of something that happened from birth to 7. Because if I would have experienced something else, I would have just brushed it off like this guy's saying. Like, fuck it, I don't give a fuck.
But that's the same thing. That's what I'm saying. Like, the cause is one thing, but what actually affects you is what happens later. So, like, it affected you one way, and then this dude affected a different way. And that shaped your guys' way. But what shaped them wasn't what happened when you were born and they circumcised you, or they didn't. It was what happened during junior high or high school, whenever that other thing happened, that you were like, oh, and this guy was like, ooh, and then he was like, fuck it, me vale verga.
Yeah.
So I'm saying the actual cause, wasn't between 5 and 7.
No, but the way that I reacted, the reaction, what triggered the reaction is what happened from birth to 7. And this is, like I said, this is scientist and this is bro science. So this is I have to consider the source. This guy's been doing this for 30 years. Way. So it makes a lot of sense when you study hypnotherapy and when you study the subconscious mind.
Maybe the thing is that I've realized that, like, it depends, I mean, on the yeah, he has these facts and he has all this, but I mean, it also depends on the reader, how they take it or how they associate it to their life. So for you, like, yeah, that makes sense and everything. And Fernie might say, you know what? Okay, I can see how this is, but if I keep reading further or if I keep analyzing later on, I would realize it would show that from this age to this age, this is what affected. From this stage to that stage, this is how it shaped you.
No, we're not on the same page because I know what he's saying, but what I'm saying is that the reason that I was affected as a teen is because
the decisions that were made
that shaped me to either think of it as something personal or something like because I did have a rough birth to 7.
Yeah.
I remember my uncle took me to a strip bar to lose my virginity in Tijuana, but I can't remember how old I was. So I don't know if I was under 7 or I was over 7. So little things like that. And then one time I was like 12 or 13, and a family friend, some older lady, she got on top of me and she took her top off. So that stuff, it affects you as an adult way.
But see, now you're conforming that
happened after 13. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. But,
yeah.
But even the other one, you're like throwing maybe it was 7. But see, now in your mind, you're conforming to what you read. When in reality, you probably weren't 7. But now that you're thinking about it, you're now conforming your experience. You're like shifting things.
Well, I've been through a lot of shit. So 1 through 7 was a branch. 7 through 14 was another branch.
What's your earliest memory? What age?
My earliest memory? Maybe when I was like maybe 3.
Yeah.
That's cabrón.
Yeah, I was, yeah. How about you? Do you remember your earliest memory?
I don't remember 3. I'm trying to think 3. No, never. Not fucking... maybe like 7 or 8 por ahí, way. Maybe I could have been only between 7 and 9.
Mine was I was like 3 and some change, and it's when my sister was born.
Oh, really? Shit. You remember that?
I remember the days and I keep telling like friends and family and all that, but I remember that they're coming from the hospital and they have her in the portabebé. And I was so happy, so excited.
Yeah.
That no, I know, right?
That's shifted so far.
That when they brought her, they put her on top of the TV. Shit. And I remember looking up. I mean, TV might have been like 4 feet, from the ground.
Yeah.
Because tenemos esas teles de consolas, the big ones. Maybe 3 feet y la pusieron arriba. But it looked so fucking far from me that I remember that I wanted to see her.
Yeah.
And then my mom's like, ¿quieres ver a tu hermanita? ¿La quieres conocer? Like, yeah. I remember that from that moment, boom. It's like, it's so vivid. It's so vivid.
I always trip out when people fucking tell you things like that because I don't remember, I don't remember when they walked in, like with my sisters. I don't remember even my brother, when they walked in with my brother, which was the last one way. And you're like,
John's the baby?
Yeah. So
I thought it was Bemas.
Cabrón. Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, so see, I don't even remember when they like walked in with her. So that must have been already like 8 or something.
So look, the mind is
a
fucking amazing thing, dude. And what trips me out is that the brain or the mind actually named itself, dude.
Really?
Think about it.
Chiculero. It took me a second. Touché.
The brain or the mind actually named itself.
Just like el soy milk.
Yeah. But no, so look, it's It's all kinds of shit. Some people had a rough childhood. Some people had a great childhood. Some, like, for example, I've always said, fuck, if I could go back to high school, dude, fuck it, let's do it right now.
Yeah.
Junior high, it was a little rough. It was when you're trying to find yourself. Donde, like, seventh grade, I was a nerd. And then, ya te comienza a salir pelos. And you're like, ¿qué es esto? Pinche estropajo.
Yeah. I wouldn't change the thing, man.
No, but it's just, I wouldn't go back. I would definitely go back. I loved high school. I fucking,
but just to relive
I wouldn't change anything.
Just to relive it.
Yeah, just to relive it.
I'm not saying going back and fucking do a Marty McFly way.
No. Start fucking space time continuum and shit.
That's what I'm saying. You just want to go back and go through it again exactly how it was. I don't care either way.
That's fucking beautiful. But before I forget.
Wait, kind of short.
She has a sponsor.
I do.
Okay. I
do. And it's like fucking. They're starting to reach out again. You know, and I don't want to. Normalmente le digo, los primeros 5 minutos, pero yo creo que ya vamos 15, güey. A ver si no se me molesta. Well, este señor, fucking, he's from Hemet.
No shit.
He's from Hemet, California.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's like, holy shit. Like, Hemet gets us? I'm like, apparently they do.
Gets us.
I'm like, ¿nos oyen en Hemet?
Se llama el World Wide Web, güey.
I'm like, I first confused it with Hermit. Hermit, the fuck? Yeah. So, este señor es peletero. No paletero. Peletero. It took me a while. I thought he was like,
peletero,
yeah, because normally when they reach out to me via email or whatever, for me me los pasa, so they give me the number, I'll call them up, right? Yeah. And ya me dice, sí, soy peletero. I'm like, oh, ¿qué paletas venden? No, peletero, no paletero. Peletero trabaja cuero, güey.
Whoa. We were just talking about this.
Es artesano en cueros, güey. Skins, fur.
We were just talking about this.
Yeah, so he's a leather man.
Oh, okay.
Leather man.
Yeah, he's a leather man, dude. Not a leather man.
Like a multi-tool.
Yeah. All right. So he's got tiene un changarrito que se llama el cuero de Elber.
El cuero de Elber.
Yeah, because se llama. Oh, that's the other thing. El señor se llama Elber Galarga. Elber Galarga.
Elber Galarga.
Elber Galarga. So
you would have him in your Rolodex. Somebody with that name.
So, el nombre de su changarrito
what
se llama.
What happened to him between birth and 7?
No,
I don't know. We have to ask him. But, he's an interesting man.
Yeah.
Bien culto.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, very fucking, he knows his stuff, dude.
You met up with him?
No, well, on the phone. I'm not going to drive to him.
No.
Yeah, no. ¿Me va a pagar el gas? No, apenas nos está pagando para el programa.
Con ese nombre te va a dar gas, güey. With a name like that, te va a dar gas, güey.
Me va a enseñar a pelarle el cuero, güey.
Te va a mandar para Detroit.
Te va a ir bien, güey.
So, vamos con la información del
patrocinaje. Ya viene el frío, güey.
Yeah, I know. Vamos con la información del patrocinaje del señor Elber Galarga. All right. El cuero de Elber. Es un peletero artesano en cueros. Elabora una gran variedad de artículos de cuero. Se produce en masa con métodos tradicionales. Utiliza el cuero fino para fabricar carteras, cinturones, guantes, maletas, calzado y es maestro en chaquetas.
Maestro chaquetas. ¿De cuero?
Sí, pues claro, güey. No, son chaquetas de cuero, güey. Cuero fino, güey.
Oh, shit.
No anda con chingaderas. Él trabaja su cuero a mano y no utiliza ninguna máquina. Para unir su pieza de cuero, él se lo remacha o usa cola, o sea, pegamento. All right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Thanks for the
clarification.
Yeah. Por eso te digo, este señor me está dando... Man, hay unas palabras aquí que ni entiendo, pero vamos a ver.
A ver.
También es especialista en su rama de marroquinería artesanal, o sea, la aguarnicionería. Cabrón. Aguarnicionería. Yeah. Fabrica y repara papejos de cuero para que se monte en su caballo. O sea que viene siendo sillas de caballo. I don't know. This guy was getting crazy, dude.
Damn, bro.
I'm like, all right. Repara y... Okay, it's all right, whatever. Entonces, su caballo le maneja su cuero y él trabaja en cuero a menudo y a medida. Okay. Entonces no se los olvide ir al changarro de El Cuero de Elber, allá en Hemet, California. Ahí por la West Stetson Avenue, dijo.
Oh, shit. Por la West Stetson.
Yeah.
How appropriate.
I know. It's perfect.
Stetson.
Pero es maestro de chaquetas. That's what I do know. Y ahí viene el frío, güey.
El frito.
Que tiene un hermano que es little guy, ¿no? Que le dicen el chaqueteada.
El chaquetitas. El chaquetitas.
El chaquetitas.
Y su primo hermano, el chaqueteadas.
Saco. Yo tenía un amigo que se llamaba... ¿Cómo se llamaba? Joe Zacarías. Y le decíamos Joe Zacarías Blanco. Zacarías Blanco.
Chisculeros.
Imagínate los papás que vamos a darle un nombre güero, ¿no? Because I don't know why is that big? I mean, I can understand que no querían ir con José, but why Joe?
Joe?
Yeah.
Para quedar bien, ¿no?
Joe, pues Joe, I think Joe se lo ponen ellos mismos, güey.
No, era José, güey.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
All right.
Era José y acá...
La raza, Joe.
La raza, él mismo, güey. ¿Cómo te llamas, Joe?
¿Cómo le cambió el norte al güey?
All right.
Joseph.
No, era José. José Zacarías.
Ok, José Zacarías
Blanco.
Hasta porque sale también...
José Zacarías
Yo creo
Blanco.
que es el apellido el que lo chinga, güey.
Zacarías Blanco? Yeah. We just added the Blanco.
Ahora, imagínate la hija, Jimena Zacarías.
Qué culero.
I mean, I'm just saying. It could go either way, dude.
Yeah.
You know, maybe la esposa, nada que ver, dude. She has a firme last name. Y al casarse, she's got to take Zacarías.
Zacarías. What would be her first name? Alma. Alma Zacarías Blanco.
Alma Zacarías Susto. Oh, shit.
Chivato.
So ya te digo, no, pues
Yeah.
el detalle está en el nombre, mi amigo.
Yeah, some people are just they're named for their profession, right? They fall into it.
Yeah,
They fall into
they're
it.
just into it, man.
Naturally. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Deja preguntarte, because we got a little fucking off track, güey.
Oh, shit.
I've been bringing it up for like a year. The Latinx, ¿en qué quedamos, güey? ¿Cómo around
the
table?
Latinx,
Because
like, it's a
literally,
big-
I've been supposedly bringing it up for like a year.
it's a big movement. It's
Who's the one that's pushing it? What side?
There's a lot of raza. You know,
the la raza, dude. And
it's big, güey.
But is it a Latino issue? Is it a female, male? What is
No,
it?
it's just Latino in general.
in
güey.
Latino in general. It's
Yeah.
like, and my whole thing is like, I don't know. I mean, you could in the English language, you could do a lot of things that are gender neutral. Mm-hmm. And the Spanish, I don't think so because it's our language.
Well, it's the language, yeah.
It's the language.
That's my beef with the two. Are you gonna go?
Is that what Dave was saying that they were talking about in the radio?
I
one
think
time?
so.
Yeah, that's the one he brought up. But
West Side Dave.
that's my thing. What he's saying, wait, are you gonna go across the whole Spanish language and change everything to an X? And then in Spanish, it becomes a whole pinche bronca because it doesn't work as well as in English.
Yeah.
And then like take all the words are fucking.
Yeah.
Por
Si
pinche
es,
mamón.
en general, es masculino. You know, si es en general, por ejemplo, Latinos. You know, that's male or female.
But there's like, she has he in it. Her has he in it.
That's what I'm saying.
They has he
But-
in it.
That's what I'm saying. You're gonna go change everything.
There's a lot of things that have.
But here's-
Woman has man in it.
No, I know. That's the thing.
No. I'm saying that the Spanish language is in general based like a masculine and lo masculino.
Yeah.
That's why Latino is in general
But
means
Mexicano. American.
Yeah.
Yeah.
American.
Americano.
Americana.
Yeah.
But in English, American is just in general. There's no gender there. It's not, you know.
It's a language that has gender way and the general stuff is masculine. Mm-hmm. But that's what I'm saying. So if you're going to change it for one, are you going to go through the whole language and now we have to say whatever X for everything?
Yeah. Porque pasó una situación a while back when talking to one of the mijas back in the days, and we always spoke Spanish English.
Yeah.
Right?
Spanglish, right.
Yeah, Spanglish.
Spanish.
Pero lo chingón de poder hablar el español, el inglés o el Spanglish, como se diga, is that podemos estar ahorita hablando tú y yo en español, you know, estamos hablando en español chingón. Hey, ¿qué ole? ¿Cómo estás, cabrón? Con ella, like, eso, ¿qué onda? ¿Qué estás haciendo? No, pues, ¿qué sabe qué? ¿Qué sabe cuándo? ¿Qué hace? Hey, pues, ¿salimos el viernes? Oh, no, voy a salir. Oh, yeah, ¿con quién vas a salir? Oh, I'm going to go out with a friend.
So she didn't know how to use it.
No. I'm going to go out with a friend. She went from Spanish to English. But it didn't catch on until later, is that she changed it to English because it's non-gender. Ahora que me hubiera dicho en español, no, es que voy a salir con un amigo.
How long ago was this?
Oh, dude, this is like maybe...
I see what he's saying.
Like a 1920.
In other words, she didn't want to give away que era un cabrón.
Yeah. So she said,
friend,
I'm going out with a friend. I'm like, oh, okay. In my mind, I don't know why. Maybe yo de pendejo.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe because that's what I wanted to see, or maybe I didn't want to recognize en ese sentido.
Yeah, we get it.
That fucking, she was going to go out with a girlfriend, una amiga. Pero cuando dice, sí, ¿con quién vas a salir? Oh, I'm going to go out with a friend. Oh, okay, cool.
He pictured una amiga.
Yeah. And then, later on, a couple of days or a week later, I'm like, hey, so ¿dónde fueron tú y tu amiga? ¿Cuándo? Pues el viernes que... Oh, no, salí con so-and-so. I'm like, I thought you said you were going con una amiga. No, I told you I was going out with a friend.
Oh.
Yeah, so you're going to change amigo to amiguex?
Amigues.
Pero you think it's going to end, way?
No, it's not. It's picked up momentum. And my whole thing was about like when I started hearing Latinx.
No, but if they get that, do you think that that's where it's going to end? It's going to just keep going.
I might.
No, I'm saying that I don't know if it's going to keep going in like the language that we're going to be saying amiguex.
No.
I don't think in that sense it's going to keep going. But I'm saying you're right in the sense that you're kind of saying like it's going to like snowball to a bunch of shit.
I'm just saying like if everybody got labels, everybody got the acceptance that they wanted, they still won't be happy with.
I'm sure.
They're not because you're starting from a negative point where you're not going to be happy.
Yeah, and the thing is, it's not about me being happy or them or anything. My whole thing is like, what was the main purpose of it? I could understand gender neutrality. I get it. I totally get it. But what I don't understand is like, why did you go with the X? Why don't you use
it's not. Well, to me, it's because to me it's not the X way. It's just the. I guess I'm kind of towards Mas Esteban in the fact that. Why do you care so much?
Yeah.
Dick, the language is this way. You're not going to go through the whole language and change the whole fucking thing like an X to everything, way. Dick, que no te importa, live your life, way. Why is that bugging you so much? That's the language and that's the way it is. ¿Y qué le vas a hacer, way? Fuck it.
I think people just want validation, way. I think that's where people, I feel, and this is my personal opinion, I feel like people don't give somebody validation, so that's when they get really like, okay, well, I want validation. But the problem is, for a group or a certain person to seek validation, they don't validate the person that they're trying to convince. So I don't see where you're going to get ahead. And there's something that I read in when I was reading a lot of Buddhism, is it said, if you want to be understood, you first have to understand.
Okay.
So if anybody's ever going to get into anything and agree to something, they first have to validate the person that they're trying to convince, and that person has to also validate, like, I get what you're saying. But the thing is that who's ever pushing whatever side, by them getting validation, they discredit and not validate the people that they're trying to convince. And that just becomes a fucking mess. You're not getting anywhere. You're not getting anywhere. You're not getting anywhere, way.
No, because I mean, like Ramon says, like, I understand I understand the intent,
Yes.
and the intent. There's nothing wrong with the intent, way. Like they're just saying, Dick, why are we gonna fall under Latino if it's male, blah, blah, blah. But I kind of think, like you're saying earlier, way, like if you're worried about that, then you're worrying about the wrong thing, way. Like it's something more internal.
What do you think they should worry about?
I don't know. I don't think
themselves,
like
you're saying.
I don't think people should worry about anything.
If that's making you unhappy, then something that them changing it to Latinx is not gonna like fulfill your life, way.
Well, you know what?
It's not.
No,
it's
but
not.
maybe the movement that started it, maybe they want to leave their mark, and it picked up because maybe they had a legitimate explanation or a reasoning for this.
And I'm sure someone would put a strongly worded rebuttal, way.
No, yeah, and you know what? And we welcome it.
But what do you mean though? Tell me what you're saying.
And it's until like maybe I think it goes back to when someone feels strong about something, very emotional,
passionate,
all right? Okay, yeah. We're gonna go with passionate.
Yeah, well, that's what it is.
Yeah, okay. When someone feels very, very passionate about something, and they feel like, why is it that it has to be this? And at the time, they come with a legitimate answer, and they're like, maybe that answer was, why can't we just be Latinx? It has a good ring to it in English. In Spanish, not so much. And the thing is, I read it Latinx, and it, like, for me, it doesn't. Latinx, okay, I get it. Fucking, I thought, not to make fun of it or anything, but I thought it was gonna be like a fucking a Chicano fucking X-Men, you know?
We need that shirt now. Patent pending.
Nah, güey, vas a agüitar.
No. And then no sé agüitar. It's like
pinche Wolverine.
Yeah, pero pinche jardinero, güey.
Lucky Latin extentación, como remember.
Latin extentación.
Mira, güey, I wish somehow we can give everybody whatever they want for a few weeks.
Yeah.
And you're gonna see that it's not gonna make a difference.
But you know what? This movement, and maybe because I was out of it, and the way I came across it, and I started seeing it more because I listened to Nos Vemos en Swami. Mm-hmm. And I see his posts and everything, and I kept seeing, we're the biggest Latinx,
whatever it is, it doesn't matter.
Whatever it is, and I kept seeing Latinx and Latinx, and I'm like, what the fuck? Am I out of the loop that I don't even know what the fuck Latinx is? Mm-hmm. And again, I'm all like, maybe fucking pinche jardinero Wolverine, cabrón, So I started looking into it.
Mega vendedor al Swami.
And then I started like looking into it, and then it's like a gender neutral. I'm like, oh shit. And then I'm like, but why would they call? I'm like, Latinx. And I'm like, I know that Generation X.
That sounds like a gang, like the Latin Kings or some shit.
Latin 10?
También we would have to change our name to Chicanx.
Chicanx, yeah. Chicanx. Well, the thing is, but it's like not every Spanish speaking or brown complexion or everything is considered a Chicano or Chicana. Yeah. But everybody,
but the
Latinos from
the
like
principle's the same. Their argument is that it's a masculine term.
Yeah.
Right? And it umbrellas everybody.
Yeah.
Same thing. When you say Chicano, you mean like Latino, it's male and female. Yeah. Until you get to an individual, then it's a Chicano or Chicana. Yeah. So if we're talking in general, it's like a name.
You don't say the Chicana community, really. You say the Chicano community.
Because that's a language.
You know what? I get it. Wait, I totally fucking get their point of view, but I don't see how it's gonna make them happy. I don't see. It's one of those that, if they get what they want, okay, well, there's something else that's not gonna. Like, it's just never ending way. That's why I don't even like protest way. Like, is there any movement? Because I try to look at it and I never really found the answer to this. Is there any movement that benefited from protests, from going out?
They get a lot of things.
But there's still immigration. There's still the black community is still what ended.
The thing is, it's not
segregation.
Yeah.
For one, segregation.
I mean, some people could argue that stuff's still pretty.
But you don't. Black people don't go to one school, and white people to another school, or Latinos don't go to one school, and whites to another school.
It kind of does, because you go to Stanford and you have a certain kind of person there. You go to Harvard, there's a kind of person.
But that's not public school.
But I'm saying the law was, I can't use that water fountain because soy Latino.
Yeah.
Oh, that's only for white people. I have to use the water fountain that's over here and fucking 2 blocks down.
Yeah.
That doesn't exist anymore fucking in the law way.
So what I'm saying is they're still not happy. Whoever was protesting is still not fully happy, because what a protest does is, it gets the word out, but you're not giving people tools. Like, I'm not going to have the organizer with me every single day. Yeah, speak your mind, but really the voice that matters is the voice that you tell yourself inside. They're not giving people tools, way. They're just telling them to speak.
But you can't say that protests haven't done anything, way. That's just not right. That's not factual.
Yeah, it has had advances, but what is this? What is this? The medical community where they give you a pill and you're still gonna not be fully satisfied?
You're correlating two things that don't go together. Like the protest, there's a valid reason to protest, and sometimes it gets somewhere it doesn't. Some are more valid than others. Some is just fucking BS, whatever. Mm-hmm. No one's out in the streets arguing to change Latino to Latinx. Mm-hmm. It's just
happened.
It's a little it's just a thing.
That one happened.
So the two things aren't related, is what I'm saying.
So if I had an issue that really fucking bugged me, what benefit is it to protest? Tell me, what would I gain from protesting?
You're looking for change, but that change is different. You're looking for systemic change. It's like the dude's taking a knee.
Look at my example. I'm talking about me. You're the one that's organizing this protest. How am I going to benefit from stopping traffic? Tell me how I'm going to learn from that.
Okay, well, let's take it back to the...
Tell me with me, Wade.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, so what is it with you then?
whatever. Put something. I want to wear this red shirt, and people are telling me.
So if we go back to the water fountains way, right? Mm-hmm. If there's 10 water fountains in this park and they're all de güeros, and me as a Latino, I have to walk 3 blocks to go use a water fountain. There's only one. Mm-hmm. Then I protest because I want to use one of those. At least one or all of those fucking 10 water fountains that I can walk a couple feet to. Mm-hmm. So you protest, and as you grow in numbers, and people say, "Oh fuck, okay, look, there's a lot of
legitimate.
There's a legitimate thing here." Now I can use all the fucking because of those people that protested. We can use that water fountain. We can use that restroom. Yeah. So you've benefited from people protesting. Way. So that's how it's affected you personally on a singular level.
Yeah, so that took care of that issue. But am I, as a person, already fucking enlightened that I'm perfect?
I'm saying
not. I'm not. Okay, so what's the tool?
No. We don't just cut it off there because you don't have to worry about that. You don't even have to think about that. You don't even have to adjust for it or anything for it because someone already did it for you.
Yeah.
And someone protested. So same thing. If you protest now for whatever your cause is, if it's valid and if fucking whatever gets somewhere and something changes systemically, the next generation doesn't have to worry about. It's not another stressor. I don't have to worry about. Oh shit! I gotta go to the restroom. No way. I got 3 blocks, but I can't go in there. What do I do?
Yeah. And
so it affects it. It's.
I just don't feel like there could be a different approach than protest. I feel like they need to empower people with tools.
Yeah, but I think that you're mistaking. The whole Latinx was not a protest. It wasn't.
It's not yet. No. But it's just as soon as they spread the seed.
No, it's not a protest type of issue.
Nobody's protesting and nobody's. My whole thing is like when I started this conversation is just like, am I getting to that point where now I'm already old enough where like, what the fuck is why was there a need to make this a Latinx? Mm-hmm. You know, and it wasn't a protest. It wasn't a bill passed where everybody. You could still refer to people as Latinos. You know, but there is a community where they refer to themselves as Latinx.
Yeah, I just, I don't know. I feel like protest is not. It's not a.
You need. I believe in it. Same thing.
Look at what it did to the gay community.
Yeah.
You know, because of them protesting and them marching and them speaking out, they're able to marry.
Yeah, but it doesn't. That community is still fighting for something.
No, yeah, but they're gonna fight because there's always gonna be people against them.
The point to life is not to fight.
No,
the point of life. To be equal?
Well, everybody to be treated the same. Why is it that they can't get married? And for you and I to marry a woman, it's natural.
Yeah, but that's what I meant earlier about validation. If one side is trying to promote equality and you're not validating each other, you're just always going to fight because you're not accepting the fact that you're trying to convince me of what you want to do with your life. You're putting me down and expect for me to be convinced about what you're trying to say. That's why I don't feel like it's a good strategy for everybody. It doesn't solve really the issue. It just takes care of that, and then we move on to something else. And then when that's taken care of, you move from something else. You're not taking care of the initial core.
Okay.
You're not.
So is there something that takes care of everything?
See, that's where stuff gets a little kind of tricky because I feel that. You know, when you point a finger out, there's 3 fingers pointing at you.
Yes.
So we a lot of things that's our responsibility, we politicize that somebody else needs to take care of it for us. And I understand there's certain things that, like this guy's saying about the water fountains and stuff like that. But if you notice what Martin Luther King used to do, he always used to say my white brothers and sisters. He never. See, that's why I really admire Martin Luther King.
Yes.
These people had it down, dude. They wanted to be validated, and they validated the people that they were trying to convince.
Okay, so they didn't.
Martin Luther King said, "My white brothers and sisters."
But they still went out and protested away. And you're saying if you validate and if there's that mutual validation, there's no point in protesting. Martin Luther King validated. And he still had a protest.
Yeah, but that's the side of me that sees the angle. You're mistaken what I said earlier about now I'm validating protests. I'm looking at the bright side. What I'm doing is I'm looking at the bright side and what he did and what the difference is now. The difference now is that, let's say I'm an immigrant and you guys are rallying an immigration support. what tools are you giving me as an immigrant? When you guys that have a louder voice than me, when you guys are done with the protests and I take the bus, what tools am I going to use in my daily life? I protested, yeah. But how am I going to handle my manager at work when you guys didn't show me any tools? You guys didn't tell me things that I can implement. You guys just said
that's a very like selfish point of view though, way like you're pretty much saying
I always get called selfish and I'm not selfish because I try to help people. I talk to people. Selfish is somebody that worries about themselves, and that's not. You guys always mistake my point of view with being selfish. You've called me selfish before by some of the things that I've said, and mistaken the fact that
I've said that it sounds selfish.
Yeah, I know, and I don't understand. I don't understand why you guys think that somebody that works on themselves to help people around that person, it's a selfish act.
No. It's because here's what I'm hearing, Way, right? And you can tell me if I'm right or wrong, whatever. But you're saying, what am I getting out of this protest? If this immigrant, whatever, we protest and this immigrant fucking gets on his bus, and you're like, what did I get out? What tools did I get out of it? It's not about a tool that you got out of it. Maybe you got something positive and fucking your fucking soul glowed a little bit, and you went, and for that day or for whatever, you felt accomplished and happy, and then all right, the next day you went to your boss that's a piece of shit. That's not going to help you with your boss that's a piece of shit. But it's not supposed to. That's something completely different.
But I feel like to empower people, that empower them with a different approach than a protest way. Like that guy that went to work can be empowered in a different way, whereas piece of shit fucking employee, he sees it in a different way, bro. That's what I'm saying. What
I was trying to say earlier, though, Way, is that you're talking about like a plain level field, a fair playing field, right? Where I validate your point and you validate, like, honestly, like not I'm gonna say I validate your shit just so we can like move along. Like I honestly validate your point and you honestly validate my point, and now we can have that
dialogue,
the true discussion though,
true dialogue. Yeah.
But in the world that doesn't exist as much, Way. There's random. It's very random and it's very probably rare, Way, where someone honestly validates your shit. Right.
That's why we're where we're at, bro. That's why we're in the world that we live in. Because, as humans, Way, we tackle an issue in ground level that we feel that, that's where the solution's at. But if you really analyze what problems are, they're a small incident that leads to that big problem. But we always concentrate on the final. We never try to figure out how can we change it from where it starts. We always try to change it from like the border. Like the border, yeah, I get that's an issue, but that's not where what I feel, that's not where the actual problem lies, Way. The problem lies in Mexico, Way. The problem lies with the drug fucking market. The problem is that we're focusing a lot on the border. When you look at pictures of immigrants crossing the border, darker skin, campesinos, you never see fucking really some dude or some woman with light skin.
Because they're not fortunate enough to have family over here that could maybe send them a passport or make them look like them or whatever it is. The sad story, the sad truth is that you have levels of living or categories of people.
The sad truth is that Mexicans are also racist to darker Mexicans in Mexico.
And that's the thing.
And so those campesinos feel they need to go north to work. So it's just we're focusing so much on the border that we have to really focus on what's going on in Mexico.
But okay, so it looks like I feel like we're jumping because I know that we were starting with the tools and everything, and I don't know how we got to the border.
Because we're talking about paisas, we're talking about paisas, we're talking about.
He didn't change it. He just changed the example.
The example.
But that's the same point.
The other thing though is like you've always mentioned, and I'm not going to remember verbatim, right? But you've always mentioned that like the tools are out there for you. Do the research. There's always been somebody that started something and they left it, and all you have to do is follow up on it. You could lead the horse to water, Esteban, but you can't force him to drink. So there's going to be people protesting. There's going to be people voicing out there. They're going to give you the information. They're going to tell you, hey, look into this, look into that. The voting is coming up. in November. All right. I've seen everywhere, like on Instagram, on Facebook, and everything. Hey, es hora de votar. Es hora de votar. Everybody's out there. The tools are out there. The information is out there.
But you really feel like the voting?
No. Hold on. And I know where you're going to go with this. I'm just giving you an example. You know, there's all this going over here. There's certain tools. There's certain information. That's just one of them. The other one could be, look, there's night classes. Educate yourself. Go take English. Go look into this. Get this information. The tools are out there. But the reality is you could give everybody all of this. But if they don't work hard for it, or if they don't take it upon themselves to do it, then no es de que nada sirva, pero a lo mejor no le sirvió a este grupo de personas, pero a esto sí, porque ellos se pusieron las pilas. Ellos dijeron, you know what, fuck it. These people are taking their time. They're not getting paid. They're going out there to not speak for me, but because they have a louder voice, or they have more recognition than I do, or they don't have to fear the law like I do.
The people that are
we're using immigrants right now. Okay. You know, because you said, what about este compa que he goes back to work and to his piece of shit boss, you know?
Yeah.
So let's just say, you know, protest towards the immigrants, or lo que sea, for the immigrants, not against them, but for them.
Yeah.
Right? Toda esta gente se están luchando. There's communities, there's service, there's always information out there. I hear it on the radio. Si usted está aquí, tiene su permiso, pero no puede esto y el otro, llame, busque, tome estos cursos, llene este papel de esta forma. Tenemos abogados, tenemos estos departamentos que le pueden ayudar a llenarle la forma, lo que sea. There's out there. The thing is that if people are not doing it, then the ones that do, they move ahead. The ones that don't, they stay behind. And unfortunately, sometimes it's the ones that don't do it are the ones that are really noticeable, because there's going to be a lot of them behind. You know, si no se ponen las pilas, si they don't take it upon themselves, the tools, let's just say they're not all out there, but there's enough to get something generated and going, where they themselves in the future could provide more tools for what wasn't provided to him. And that's how it goes. It's kind of like paying it forward. But if they don't do their part,
Jose.
Whoever you're saying in general, because you're saying, where are the tools? Where are the tools at? You know, if you're gonna do all these protests and then once it's done and then you move on, what about that person that you left behind? Where are his tools at? It's not that. It's that you do this, you get them going, and you're gonna do in segments. You can't do todo de un pinche putazo, or you can change the world.
Life is not about always fighting, way. It's not. That's not what life is about.
It's not, but unfortunately it is, because you have people always on top. They always want to keep people on down. Looking in the animal kingdom, the king of the jungle, it's gonna, until there's some animal bigger than him, it'll take him out, but it's always gonna prey on the little ones. And same here. You're always gonna have people in power that are gonna prey on the little ones, because that's the way they feel better for themselves. That's the way their pocket gets bigger. That's how they could afford the huge house or their expensive cars or their lifestyle where they could travel the world, is by keeping the person down.
Yeah, but we always approach the problems the same way. Then nothing's really happening. There has to be a change.
Oh, wow. How many years have we been in existence? I don't know. Let's just guesstimate.
Humans?
It's humans. Let's just say fucking 10 million years. Let's just say.
All right.
Let's just say that. Don't you think that by now there should have been some fucking solution to it? But it's us that are keeping us down. You know, somos nosotros.
Exactly. Us.
Somos nosotros.
Exactly. Us. Yeah.
So you could have a group of people doing this. You could have a group, but at the end, it's just us, you know, and the sad nature is that's the way we are. You know, we discriminate, we hate, we do everything. We pick on the weakest, and we always try. Hay siempre gente que quiere chingar a los demás.
I know what you're saying. Yeah. I know what you're saying, but I mean, I don't like some paisa to get shit from somebody that doesn't fucking he or she doesn't deserve that. No, and then when you see that's your choice whether you want to speak up or not defend them, but be there with them. Yeah. So my approach is not to tell them, hey, wait, go fucking protest. My approach is to talk to them and try to fucking see where he or she's at. That's my work. I can't change the whole fucking world. But I'm trying to take this approach as far as immigration a little different. Yeah. I'm not going to tell this guy to fucking go and stop traffic. No. I want to see where he or she's at, and I want to try to talk to them, you know, and see where... But okay, so in that example you're talking about, so we're talking about like an immigrant dude que ves
see where he's at.
I see him all the time.
Right?
At work.
Okay.
Yeah. I see him all the time.
So you doing that, and you giving him some advice, some tools, some direction or something, right? They says, hey, why don't you try this, and this? Is that what we're saying?
Well, whatever his situation.
Yeah, you listen to a situation and you throw out what you know to help him out.
The póngase las pilas kind of.
Yeah.
Okay. Talk.
Does those tools you just gave him make them legal?
It's a step to try to make the life that he's living in right now more bearable.
If he crossed the border illegally right now, there's no form for him to become legal.
That's where we're focusing on the problem here. So if I really want to,
I'm doing what you're saying.
If I really want to dive into the immigration, I would go and see what's going on in Mexico.
But what I'm saying,
I wouldn't worry about the border right now. I would go.
Ese cuento no se acaba. I am doing what you're saying. Yeah. You're saying I'm dealing with what's in front of me. I'm giving him tools that fit his situation.
Yeah.
I'm going, like you're saying, I'm going to step back. He can't become legal with any of the tools you're going to hand him because there's no law that says he can.
Yeah.
And then if you go back to Mexico, okay, there's problems in Mexico. What's the problem in Mexico? Drugs.
Yeah.
Oh, the drugs are fucking the country up.
So my job is, instead of going to that protest today, I'm going to try to talk to him to see if he can do something that can help him at the present moment, because that's all that we have is the present moment. That paisa doesn't have, he probably doesn't have another day to have the laws changed. The only thing that we have, and that's what a lot of people don't understand, is we don't have the future. The only thing we have is the present moment.
We do have the future.
No, we don't.
What if this paisa...
We don't have the future.
Of course we have the future.
So you think you're going to live another year or maybe tomorrow, so you don't have the future?
You're not taking your own advice. You're thinking too small. You're thinking the minute, like a
I'm
micro.
mindful, bro. I'm mindful.
No, you're not. Because,
I'm not mindful?
Well, in this, my bad. In this example...
In everything, I'm mindful.
No, because there is a future.
I got to go to Vegas tomorrow. I'm not thinking about Vegas. I'm thinking about this conversation.
That's what I'm saying.
That's being mindful.
No, hold on. It's because
I could die on the way home.
I said that wrong.
Well, then I don't know what you're doing, bro, because you're confusing me.
In this example that you're saying with that paisa, there is a future. Because what if that paisa...
There's no future for that paisa.
Hold on.
He's not guaranteed the next day. Wait, don't you understand what mindful is?
But you're talking about the future. So
no, I'm not talking about the future. I'm talking about the only thing he has is the present time while I'm talking to him.
So you don't think about the future?
I don't.
How you can't not think about the future?
You can do whatever you want. I'm being mindful.
You just said tomorrow you're going to be in Vegas. You know tomorrow...
Yeah, and I'm not worried about that because I know that that's going to happen.
But you already planned for it. You already reserved your hotel. You already did all
I have to be at a certain place, but I'm not guaranteed that I'm going to be there.
Yes, but you already made plans.
But I'm not guaranteeing that.
But you already thought about the future because you made plans.
Yeah, but I'm not guaranteeing.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm not saying I'm going to hold this off because I got a year. That's not what I'm doing.
But I'm saying, what my argument was, you're saying...
You don't understand mindfulness way. That's the thing, is that you think that just because you're mindful, you can't say I'm going to be in Hawaii next month. That's not what mindful is.
Well, it's because we got sidetracked. My point was, you're saying that he can't think about the future. I was getting to, you're thinking about him, right? And he has to think in the moment, and he can't think about tomorrow.
He can do whatever he wants.
But what if he has a kid? That kid is the future. Just like my kid is the future. Whatever I do now will affect my child in the future.
Yeah.
Right? So that future, I do have to think about that future, and I do have to be mindful of that future. Just like that guy, even if he's not guaranteed tomorrow... And even if his future is bleak, maybe he can't change his circumstance.
Yeah.
If he has a kid or that person has a kid or whatever, that is the future. And that kid will have a kid. Well, possibly will have a kid. That is the future. That's thinking in the grander scheme of things.
There is no future way. All you have is the present moment.
I don't know. Yeah, that's
the truth way. All you have is the present moment.
I don't think about it that way.
I know you don't way, and it's obvious that you don't. And the kid thing, I don't have a parent. I'm not a parent, I should say, but there's plenty of people that understand what mindfulness is and what we're not guaranteed. That's kind of selfish to think that I'm gonna be able to go to Vegas tomorrow. I even if I planned it. That doesn't mean I'm not being mindful.
No, my point
because I'm not guaranteeing. I'm not saying I'm going to be there. I have to be there. But if I'm not there, guess what? That's not what I was guaranteed with. All I have is the present moment.
Yeah, but my point was that you thought already about the future because you made plans for the future.
Yeah.
So I'm saying, it's not guaranteed. but you already planned. And
but I'm not worrying about it.
No,
so if an immigrant's not gonna think of the law like Vegas, he or she's not gonna say, "Oh, I'm not gonna worry about it."
But I'm saying if you're taking in this person's this person's situation. Mm-hmm. That's part of the situation. The future is part of the situation.
I don't understand. What are you doing for that immigrant then?
That's what I'm saying.
Why are you criticizing how I'm trying to help him?
Oh no, I'm not.
By what are you doing?
We're just having a discussion. We're not criticizing.
I know, but it's like why do we have to go through this dialogue?
It goes back.
But why do we have to go through this dialogue?
Because
I'm trying to help somebody. It's like, why are you mindful? That's not what mindful is. He doesn't have a future. That's my approach way. That's my approach to helping somebody way.
Yeah, but my mindful thing is in you helping him, you're thinking of what does it give me back? What do I get out of this experience? That's what you said earlier. What tools out of protesting if I go protest, what tools do I get out of it to improve my situation? So in other words, if you were talking to this guy, same thing. It's all your experiences. You're saying you have to develop some tools somehow to push me forward, right? To elevate me. So every experience that you have interact with, you have to receive something in return so that you can make your path through life. Even if you're not guaranteed tomorrow, even if there's no future, anything. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. If you're taking in this paisa's situation, then you have to be mindful of his future. And then when you go there, really, and then when you expand that, like you're saying, if you go back, I don't
think you understand what mindful is, Way. You're contradicting using the word mindful. Mindful is this moment right now. This is all that I have. This moment right here. This is all that I have.
Yeah, los puede caer una pinche avión or whatever. Yeah.
So why am I worried about going to Vegas, Way?
I did think of Donnie Darko.
I don't understand.
I'm just saying, you still have to. Mindful has more than a meaning of just mean now.
No, that's exactly what it is, Way. You're talking about thousands of years of scripture, Way. Mindful is this moment right now.
No, but I'm saying it has more than that meaning.
It's this moment right now, Way. There's no tomorrow. There's no past. It's this moment right now. This is the only thing that I'm guaranteed with.
No, someone's fucking. No, I thought he was Googling or some shit.
I was gonna look it up. I mean, I'm not too sure what exactly the definition of mindful is. I just thought it's just being acknowledging, being aware,
being present. Yeah.
Well, I didn't know it was a present. It's just being mindful is.
I don't mean in time. I mean in person, whatever. Yeah. What I'm saying is, you can't. If you take your own example, if you have to go back and dissect things, go back to the root cause, that never ends. Way.
Well, no. But that's a control delete that you have to do. That's like something that you have to do. Way. That's not something that I don't live in the past. I already did that work. Way. It's been 10 years. 10 fucking years of reading books, of working on it. I already went through that. I don't need to go back. All I need right now is to live in the fucking moment. Where this is all that I have. I don't think about the future, way.
So that's what I'm saying. So how does that relate to the example we're talking about with the paisa then?
Because the only moment I have with that paisa is the moment that I'm talking to him.
But you're trying to help him, right? You said that the whole point of this conversation.
I'm trying to change his mindset the moment that he's talking to me.
But then in saying
if he keeps that thought in his head and takes it wherever he's at, that's his life. But the moment is the moment we interacted. That's what I'm focusing on. If he wants to take that thought with him, obviously, I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't say obviously. Yeah. I don't know if he's living a mindful life. But if he is, then he's going to do whatever he needs to do with that. That's the thing is that I can't worry about him. I could worry about a person that's in front of me, a situation that's in front of me, because that's the only thing that I have. There's no future. There's no guarantee that I'm going to live another. I could have a heart attack right now. ¿Y qué, güey? ¿Qué me cuesta to worry about my retirement, to worry about the world, everything, güey?
But if you had a heart attack today, right? So today, pues like whatever I was planning for tomorrow doesn't matter. Mm-hmm. Then what about your past?
What about my past?
Well, if I die tomorrow and I wanted to accomplish this and this, and back here I didn't start down that path, I didn't do anything towards that path, didn't you kind of waste that moment?
There's no wasting, way. There's no wasting. What is there to waste?
Well, I don't know if that's the right word, but I don't think I'm getting my point across. So you're saying there's no past and there's no future and there's just a moment, right? So we're getting it?
As far as what I'm worried about?
I'm just saying just to live in the moment.
I obviously lived a past, But I'm not depressed. I'm not thinking about my past in that sense. My past is in my subconscious mind.
Yeah.
That's already programming me to have those experiences dictate what I'm doing right now and the way I take care of all that shit. It's been a long time, dude. So all I have is this moment right now, way. What does mindfulness say, way? This guy looks all confused.
No,
I'm listening to you guys. No, there's there's a bunch of opinions there. You know, it's like, but it's just being aware of your surroundings, but then some of them go into extreme. You can't go to this because then it's a total clusterfuck type of deal.
But that's not the definition.
No. But
like
I was
a forum.
I guess I might have gone to a forum, but I just stopped looking into it because I wanted to listen to what you guys were. No, I wanted to listen to you guys. I wanted to listen to what you guys were continuing talking about.
Still winning.
You know. Yeah, and it's just
I don't know. I just think that everybody's approach is there needs to be a change. Where if there's gonna be change, there has to be a change.
But then at that point, you're judging. You're saying their approach is wrong. My approach is better.
Well, I said if they want change. I didn't say they have to do it. You gotta listen to the words that I'm saying, because I know that I'm like always in a fucking microscope, way.
So
I did not say they have to.
I have yet to go to sleep and say, pinche Esteban.
I say if they want to change, then
they have if they want to change, they have to find a different approach.
That's what my point is. If they want to change and they went out and protested, you're saying that's not the way to do it.
What do they get out of it, or what tools are they given?
I'm just asking.
So if for some people it works. For some people, it gets the point across, or it gets the message out. If it wasn't for protest, we wouldn't know what the hell is going on. Some people get curious and like, why are they protesting? You look into it and like, oh, okay, that makes sense. I have a coworker. She didn't have no idea what the whole the football player Kavanaugh. The kneeling down? Kaepernick. Is it Kaepernick? Okay. I'm confusing it with the other.
Pinche borracho.
Yeah. She had no idea. She's just like, oh, that's SOB. I'm like, well, no. If you look at it, there's a reason. You know, he started this. At first, it was a protest because he's in the limelight. He's somewhere where he could take advantage of his status, that he could actually voice something out. And his whole thing was that he was he wasn't protesting the anthem. He was just sitting down at the beginning because it was his protest against police brutality against black men.
To get attention, yeah.
Yeah. And then eventually it pissed a lot of people off, but it got to the ears of an ex-Marine, which he reached out to Kaepernick in an email. He's like, hey, you know, blah, blah, blah. So they had a conversation. They spoke. Kaepernick expressed his feelings, and then the other one's like, oh shit, I had no idea. Okay, so instead of doing that approach, just sitting down, why don't you take a knee?
Because ya tienes el story todo pinche
or something
discombobulated. Right. So his teammate, before he started kneeling down, his plan was to sit down.
Yes.
That he was going to sit on the bench during the national anthem. His teammate, which used to be on the armed forces, told him, you know what? That does sound a little disrespectful way if you sit down during the thing. And he's the one that told him, he compromised with him. He had an honest discussion with him, and they compromised. He goes, why don't you take a knee? When we have a fallen fucking soldier, brother, we take a knee in respect to remember, like a little moment of silence for him. Why don't you take a knee? And he was like, you know what? That's a good idea. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. If you're saying a knee is good, then I'll take a knee. So that's what he did. It wasn't some dude that emailed him. Okay. It was his teammate, before he started.
All right. So then I explained, well, maybe the coworker got the wrong information, but the point got across.
Yeah.
And the sense that I told her, she's like, oh, I didn't know that. I'm like, yeah, that was the whole thing. You know, his approach was to sit on the bench at first, but after speaking to this individual, they compromised, and he decided like, okay, you know what, the knee is better, and it's in respect. I mean, it's not disrespectful
because he wasn't trying to be disrespectful
to the flag. It's just trying to make awareness for what's happening. Because of that, you know, a lot of awareness started coming out. Yeah, it's not getting fixed. You know, the guy lost his job and everything, and he's like jobless right now. But he got a movement started. Now there's a lot of different people where they condemn this movement, and there's a lot of people that cheer, not cheer for it, but approve of it. You know, there's always going to be clashing, but the overall thing is there's got to be an awareness. And whether it's protesting, whether it's, speaking out, whether it's, giving your place or your status in life to someone else to better themselves, it's different. People are going to take different approaches to make some change. Change is not going to happen overnight. Since the beginning of time, people haven't been trying to make changes. This is not a perfect society. It's not a perfect world. There's fucking famine. There's fucking selfishness. There's murders. There's people corruption. There's all this shit. But there's one group of people, one person, whatever, starts making a change, it starts a movement. It's a ripple, and it'll go as far as it can, because then the predecessors from behind, they can make it bigger or they can let it die. And it's happened where sometimes it dies. Now, sometimes they get their point across and then they stop, and then another group picks up. And that's just I think that's the law of nature somehow. Certain organism or micro, whatever it is, will get to the stage where, like, okay, I fulfill my thing, now you guys got to take it up. And then this other group takes it, and then it keeps going, it branches off. Sometimes it'll work, and sometimes it'll die, because maybe the movement wasn't strong, maybe the foundation wasn't good enough. It's going to keep going. And yeah, there's going to be fights. There's going to be wars. If there wasn't, then I don't know what kind of society we would be. Maybe it would be a peaceful one. Maybe, we'll fucking start. Eventually, the law of man, I think, is to always fucking start shit. We've destroyed beautiful things, because somebody wants to enrich. Look at the forest. Look at all these animals que matan for their furs. Even though our sponsor was about cuero and fur, it's otro pedo. But, all these, you see all these images and all these things. There's people protesting, the battering of dolphins in a certain country, because that's their, their ritual for manhood, to circle them into the cove and then beat the shit out of them until the beach is all bloody. That's fucking bullshit. Little sea otters, just because their fur is good and everything, yeah, los inflan con aire para despegar el cuero del músculo, and they peel them up, and they, look, all these things. There's always going to be something, but there's always going to be a group of people or one person that's going to speak out to make some acknowledgement to, like, hey, maybe this is not cool. Am I the only one? No, I'm with you. Y así se corre la voz. And then, yeah, they might not do anything for you or me or Fernie or anybody, but they're doing for a group of people. And that group of people will keep it going. Eventually, hopefully, in the grand scheme of things, it kind of gets to the point where you and I and Fernie don't have to do anything, because already somebody has done it. And I guess overall, that should be the bigger picture. Like, if we all do a little part here and there, it's not going to connect. But eventually, at the end...
Well, it does connect.
No. I mean, you're not going to see the connection right away. But at the end, you're going to see how this group of people did this and this one did that. And then todo se va juntando. These may never see each other. But what they were doing,
building blocks.
Yeah, building blocks.
Mm-hmm.
The building block on my left is not going to see the building block on the right, but eventually they're going to start building to it comes a dome or whatever, and everything's connected perfectly. But every little group of people, person, association, whatever it is, did their part. It connects, and eventually, somehow, in the future, not that I'm in the future, everything is better, because when they were in the now, they did their part so that for future generations or anything, whether they don't know if they were going to make it or not, but hopefully their movement or their act or their words or their actions does make it to the future where all this shit is just going to be in the history books.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, man. That's a really good speech that you just made. My whole view is essentially what Mother Teresa said it best way when they asked her, like, why isn't she in the protest? She's like, don't invite me to an anti-war rally, invite me to a peace rally. Mm-hmm. And that's essentially, she knew what the higher, we're energy way. Whether you want to believe it or not, we're made out of energy and we're connected. They had there's satellites that are roaming around that are they're reading energies, mm-hmm. and there was a shift in energy that this satellite was reporting, and these scientists were like, wait, what the fuck's going on here? This is like off the charts. And so they went to the calendar and they got all the info to see, what day and why this satellite started reading some crazy shit. So it turned out to be September 11, 2001, 15 minutes after the first plane hit. That mind shift that we all had at the same time, fuck, what the fuck is this? Dude, this is fucking crazy. That satellite was able to read that energy. And what the scientists concluded is that we're all a part of that. We're all, whether we want to or not, we're all a part of something that's bigger than what we can explain. So a shift in perspective would make a complete difference. And to see it, maybe like how Mother Teresa saw it, don't go to an anti-war rally. You're still doing something negative.
No, an anti-war rally, I get it. But a peace rally, it's still a rally, whether it's a group of people.
It is, but the premise is different.
The premise is different.
Peace, not anti-war.
There's, I don't know if there've been anti-wars or not lately, but I think that most of these protests initially start not as angry protests, it's just awareness. Right? I don't know. I know a peace rally. Yeah, you have the peace rally and everything. But siempre va a haber un cabrón o un grupo de gente that are going to fucking fuck the shit up.
But that's not the point, Ramon.
No.
Now you're thinking of worst case.
No.
That's a negative thought.
No, what I'm saying is...
That's a negative thought, though.
It could be a negative thought.
It is a negative thought because you're not seeing a peace rally as a peace. You're seeing, va a haber un cabrón.
No.
That's the mentality.
When I'm saying a rally... Yes, there's going to be different perspective. This is an anti-war rally and this is a peace rally.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. Sea lo que sea, it's still a group of people. Whether one of them is moving for just getting peace and the other one's going and saying, you know what? We don't want this war. Mm-hmm. I think that we don't want this war might be, maybe not, but it's an equivalent to somehow peace. They're not for the war. They're against the war. It's an anti-war rally. Just maybe because of the wording.
That's a huge difference.
No, because of the wording.
Subconsciously, yes. You're associating war with this group as war.
So a peace rally.
So, I mean, in the end, you have the same goal, though, right?
It's just the wording.
It's a different
and the wording and the perspective.
It's a different.
Yeah, I get what he's saying with that, but at the end, it should be the same goal. Whether this peace rally or this anti-war rally, the thing is peace. Only because this one has anti-war, it's already giving some negative connotation.
That's exactly what it is.
Connotation to this protest. I get that.
That's exactly what it is. And that's just if you're gonna, I mean, at that point is what I'm saying is that we're all connected to this energy source. Mm-hmm. Whether you want to say it's Jesus, people want to.
Oh, it could be
whatever
Jesus
it is,
or anything.
Yeah. We're made out of energy.
This energy that this satellite picked up was whether it was energy caused by fear, energy caused by not knowing what was going on, energy caused by anger. It wasn't negative. It was a negative energy that it picked up.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. And it's because it affected everybody.
Because we were all.
Yeah, we were all there. I remember it.
Yeah. No, I remember.
But then you're saying there's a difference between positive and like negative energy, and energy is energy way. And if there's a positive and negative energy, then it doesn't tie in with what's happening. Like I agree in the sense that we should have the peace. It shouldn't be a peace rally. It should just be peace. I shouldn't have to argue for anti-war. I shouldn't have to argue for war. We shouldn't be a war like a warring species way. We should be beyond that, so where we can just like you were saying earlier. I understand what you're saying. I understand what I'm saying. We talk, okay. We came to a conclusion. We didn't, whatever. We both end up happy anyways. We walk away. No hay pedo. Mm-hmm. Right? That is where we should be, and that's where we should end up. But it's not where we're at. And we should be, like you're saying, like energy. Energy is not negative or positive. Well, I mean, there's a negative and a positive, but there's not in the connotation we're talking about. There's no good energy and like bad energy.
Well, it's polarity.
No,
because if there's good and bad, then that means you can never get rid of the anti-war because there's always a negative and there's always a positive, and somehow they have to work together because there has to be a balance.
Yeah.
If it has just to be energy, no positive, no negative, in the sense we're talking about, like no good, no evil. Yeah. It's just energy. You don't need to protest an anti-war because there's no war. You don't have to argue like fucking encabronados putazos with someone because they understand you, you understand them, and whether you agree or not, you walk away. And I pedo, we fucking have a coffee tomorrow. it's just one solid thing where everybody just is cool. Everybody's copacetic, everybody's chingon. We're just not there yet, way.
And hopefully.
That's what the aim.
That's the aim. Pero bueno, I think we need to call it because ya estamos pasado the verge.
It's fucking late.
Yeah.
We're not pasados, pero it's late.
It's late, and well, at least for us. And there goes my list.
What happened?
I had some good shit too.
That's why you can't plan.
No, I didn't plan. I just wrote it down, and I always write it down just in case it goes. But I'm like, all right. But all right. And to be honest, we'll do the little recap, but I did not write anything down.
That's all right.
No, I know I didn't write anything down, but I do have some stuff that we need to bring up. All right. You got the...
Oh, he's going to do the recap.
Yeah, he's going to start doing the recap. A ver.
I'm saying you're...
I'm going to do a semi... There we go. Raza, today was not your average Chicano Shuffle episode, I would say.
It happens once in a blue moon.
It happens once in a blue moon. That we try to throw in some... laughs here and there, but this needed to happen, I guess, for the show.
Sometimes you have to have discussions, and like we were saying, you can't go away angry, right? It is what it is, and you fucking have a beer. Right?
Yeah. All right.
Water,
water or fucking...
So,
agua.
Somehow a name was thrown out. Bruce Lipton. Look him up.
Bruce Lee.
Bruce Lipton. Latinx. Look at what you started.
That is true. Putos.
No, don't even say that.
I'm just fucking around.
It's Latinx. I mean, I guess you're doing your thing. Get it out there. It's just, for me, it was a little confusing. It still is confusing.
It doesn't hurt nobody.
It doesn't. There shouldn't be any stigma or anything for, gender phobia shouldn't even exist, but just because, I don't know.
We're not there yet.
We're not there yet, All right. I'm going to skip that one. What I want to do, I want to thank our listeners that have reached out via email or social media or other ways. We have Christopher. I hope Fernanda was able to help you out, give you some information.
That was the wrong one, I think.
Is it? Oh, you gave me that name.
Maybe you shouldn't give the tallas. Just
all right. Well, just shout outs. Oh no, actually you're right. It was Kevin. All right. Either way, Christopher, thank you.
Gracias to
Evelia, thank you for that information that you gave us about the parade. Oh my God, that's awesome. Talia, muchas gracias por el correo. Siendo que estabas visitando y que no sabías mucho de nosotros, sí, pero para mandarnos ese correo estuvo chingón. All right. Muchísimas gracias. We have Azteca por Vida. All right. It was this gentleman Hector from Austin, Texas. He has 3 girls that are in a group called Tiarra Girls. Tiarra Girls, right? Tiarra, all right? Oh my God. They got a website. They got Facebook, and I think they got all the social media stuff. Just look for the Tiarra Girls.
They got a positive message, Wade.
ARRA Girls. They got a very good positive message. As a matter of fact, I think we're gonna play their song at the end of the show. It's called "Leave It to the People." Feel free to check it out. Look at it. They're trying to start something good. They're trying to promote, speak out, empower the raza, the Chicano, everybody out there. Just get them going. All right. Patreon supporters, thank you very much. It's helping out, and it's helping this little dog and pony show just a little bit more, and we really appreciate it. We still want to get that studio eventually with AC. That's the goal.
AC or eventually heat, maybe.
Yeah, and maybe a good wall. Fernie and I have this dream where we want a studio with a good wall to play handball.
Yeah, dijiste.
Not your elementary handball. We're talking about pinche cholo handball.
From your mouth to Patreon's ears.
Sponsors, patrocinadores, muchas gracias. Thank you for reaching out. Again, raza, if you know someone out there, like, como se hizo el paro el Commander 300, gracias. If you got them out there, you know what kind of sponsors we're looking for? Ay, mándanos una sugestión or just a little idea or just, just plant the seed and we'll take it from there. Instagram, Facebook, throw us a shout out or, tag people, promote the show, get it going. And speaking of promoting the show, getting it going, our good friend Momo Rodriguez is going to be, for all the Southern California people, LA or nearby in Pasadena, he's going to be, he got a Friday at the Ice House.
Come on, raza, we got to show support. We got to Fridays.
We got to show support. So we're gonna help support and promote the...
La fecha, no dices fecha.
Yeah,
nada.
well, I'm getting there. We're going to help and support his show for October 19th at the Ice House in Pasadena. We're going to try to get some tickets and try to raffle it off so that we could send 2 lucky Chicano Shuffle fans. Well, actually, it's going to be a pair. Yeah, so...
2.
Yeah, 2.
Well, not 2 separate groups.
No, not 2 separate groups, just 1. We're still not there yet. But, you get to, hang out with us, and we're going to try to get access to the green room, so if you can meet up with Momo Rodriguez, and I think he's got a Creeper from Cholo Fit, and there's a 3rd comedian, which I should have written it down, and I apologize that I didn't. But just mark it off. If you don't win, you can still go. We'll still be there. It's going to be October 19th at the Ice House in Pasadena. The show starts at 10 p.m., I think.
And he got a Friday, guys. So
we got a Friday. We got to support it, We've been there on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, so it's a Friday, Let's go on Friday.
It's at 10, but... Get a babysitter, do what you gotta do.
Also, hopefully by the time this one comes out, Fernie will have updated the Spotify list, a weekly mixtape, and it's gonna be covers. I'm working on the covers. All right, these are pretty good covers. There's a little bit of everything. So if you hear like, oh, who sings that one? Maybe it might inspire you to look to a real artist. All right, and let's see. I think I got it all.
Yeah. The highlight there is we're gonna give away 2 tickets.
2 tickets
for Friday.
Yeah. And
October 19th.
I won't be here. I won't be here when you do the giveaway. Voy a estar en pinche Vallarta, güey.
Güey.
En el mar.
Must be nice. Más sabrosa. Must be nice.
Yeah. But so we'll let me get the jam ready. And Fernie, anything?
No, just that we're giving away those 2 tickets.
2 tickets.
Congratulations to those vatos that won and chicas that won the giveaway we just had with.
Oh yeah. What are the names? You remember?
El Lozano and that's a good question.
Remember the girl Luna?
That was one of them. Yeah. We were totally not prepared. Thanks, Ramon.
I know. Sorry. All right. Well, if anything. All right. Aquí estamos. The winners are Stefan George Lozano and Ahide. And the runner-ups are Luna Love 79 and Edgar 1250. Thank you very much. And we're going to end it up. Esteban, take us out the only way you know how. And to end it,
have a good week, you guys. It's just shit talk. Do what you guys want. But if you're not happy with the person you are, where there's nobody around, you got a lot of work to do.
There's only one finger to point at.
So have a good week, you guys. Thanks for all the feedback, man. It's awesome. We always, before we get together, we read it, and it really feels good because it's Thursday night. We should be asleep. We're over here fucking thirsty. So have a good week, you guys.
All right, and we leave you with the Tiarra Girls. Leave it to the people.
Ya dijiste.
Ahí vamos.